Right, time to put another video up. Hope you like the video. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, that would be great. Thanks for watching, enjoy the video. Hello from glorious sunny Scotland. A great winter holiday destination we have here. No, it's Thursday the 3rd of December and it should be cold, and it is cold. They're expecting snow tonight, so they tell me, and give you a wee update. I'm still here, and truck wise, Brett has had a week off in the red Volvo and is getting ready to saddle up the horse, get loaded and head out of town. He's in Southern California at the minute, at home, and we'll get that old truck up and running and away with a load on it and make some money. Justin, who is a rocket, is Nebraska in his way back from Florida. Unloaded there Tuesday morning, got reloaded Wednesday morning, now in Nebraska, Thursday. He unloads in Salt Lake Friday, bounces up to Idaho, grabs a load, going down to Tampa and Miami. Loads are still paying pretty good. Quite happy there with those two trucks. Wes, he's out running, he's going another way. He's somewhere in Missouri right now, going Missouri or Kentucky, heading down to unload in Orlando Friday afternoon. So that's those three. Darren's no longer with us, he's moved on, and the blue truck that he was driving is in Nebraska with a cracked head and misfiring badly. Yeah, not happy with that. But hey, that's what it is. It'll be a 5-figure repair, no doubt, by the time you get that done. So the thing was not firing properly, and we put it into a workshop there, and it seemed to be really good so far. Across from Love's truck stop at Sydney, there's a Floyd's repair, and they're just nice, decent guys, seem to know what they're talking about. Had Jeff talk to them over the phone, and they seem to, they're doing all the things that he would be doing. So they did a pressure test. They took the injectors out of the head and stuck the air nozzle down with a little rubber tip on it to, you know, see if they can get air pressure build up. And when they did that, the air that they squirted into cylinder number 1 came out of number 2, and what they put into number 5 came out of number 6. So there's a break somewhere. No, it's probably not going to be. It's probably not going to be the gaskets to have that much air, you know. But I might get super lucky and it's just a head gasket, but it's probably the head. So it's sitting there in the planes getting fixed up. Paul is in Idaho. He moved there. He's an official resident of Idaho now. Him and his new lady. All the best of luck to the pair of you there in your new house, out in the country, in the snow. And he's picking up the yellow truck. Both things have had some extensive work done on them. Let's start with Paul. Paul, he, at Thanksgiving weekend, he headed out to, the week before, he had some time off. He went out to Nebraska for his planned move. He took his new pickup there and hooked onto a trailer, and Paul still thinks he's 25, if that, but he's older than me, and so he doesn't do as much exercise as me, and he smokes. So he thought he could load the truck, and then during the night after loading his trailer manually, labour, physical work, his heart was racing up to 180, and then he went into hospital and it wouldn't calm down, so he ended up, long story short, they transferred him from Nebraska to Denver to the cardiac unit and had to stop his heart, knock him out, stop his heart. There was a petition for them to leave it like that. I'm just kidding, but they stopped his heart and then restarted it again, and that seemed to reset it, just like the old computer, unplugging it and, you know, switch it off and back on again. So that's done that, but he needs to, he knows he needs to lose his little bit of belly and quit the smoking and get fitter. So it's too much to live for, I guess. So that's him, and he's gonna be taking the yellow truck, which we put into the workshop just after I came over here, and it's been in there. And whenever the workshop tells you that they want a 10 grand deposit off you, you know that it's not going to be a $11,000 bill. So I had a rough idea what it would be, and then there's, as you go into it, you know, it started off, let's get the oil leaks fixed on it, and that was it, you know. So there was a lot of oil leaks on it, and there was a bad one at the back as well, as the front cover was leaking. And so by the time you mess around with all that, their main mechanic decided the best way to go, take it out, fix everything on it. So the engine was pulled out, new front cover, and oil pressure, temperature sender unit and thermostat were changed. The oil pump was changed. What else? Well, while it's out there, we thought we'll put a clutch in it, because when you're sitting there looking at the clutch, you might as well change it. You know, you'd hate to put that back together and then find out you've got another 16-17 hour job to do the clutch on it. So they only charge us 1 extra hour to change over the gearbox, the transmission and the clutch. So it was, I think it was about 6 grand to put another transmission in it while it was down. It's an 18 speed, so I thought, you know what, that old girl has run well for me. It's time to put some effort and money back into it. Let's do that. So we did that, and it's ready. The bill is $22,600. Just what you need between Thanksgiving and Christmas. So, but Paul will go into that and take care of it, and then once I get back, just for you watching this, Paul, I'm having it back. You're getting into the blue one. So by the time I get back, the blue one should be fixed and good to go. But we'll have, once Paul goes back out, we'll pick the truck up either Friday or Monday. I think it's ready, but they're just doing a few little bits and pieces of testing and checking and making sure it's okay. So that with that, I don't know what the blue one's going to cost. Everybody that was, all the naysayers that were on the channel saying, oh, aye, that's not the way to drive that blue truck, you'll blow it up. Well, you know, I never blew it up, and anyway, we'll see how things go. It's not been a great week. It has been a great week. Considering it was Thanksgiving, the guys that are running did great. It's always difficult at holidays, because whenever these drivers of mine ask for time off, I have to put my hands up and say, yep, because they go out and they go backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards. So whenever they need a week off, they either get it. They are self-employed men, and I respect that, and they're good men, good workers. So be good to be back in the saddle. We've been doing some work over here. My wife's taken on a little cafe in Prestwick, and I've been doing some renovation works. I hate to say, when my body allows me to be physical enough to do that, I do get stuck in and have a go at it. But when you're they call it this long COVID thing, this thing, it sucks, because you know, you can go at it and do things, and then but you hurt after it. And then, you know, if anybody's played sports, if it's been a hot day and you've been running super hard and you're that way when you're out of breath, I get that way when I'm at the top of the stairs. You know, I don't expect to feel like I'm 19, but I expect to feel better than I am. But I've never been the type of person to think, oh, okay, I'll just go convalesce somewhere and, you know, see if that helps. But I'd like to just keep going and you know, push it and push it and push it. Maybe not the right thing to do, but don't know. Sorry about that there. I had to get off the phone there and book a load. Brett called me looking for a load, and I'd been looking all morning and hadn't found anything decent for what he wanted, and I spoke to him and come up with a plan B, and as soon as I came off the phone, the plan A came up. So he's just headed to the Mexican border to pick up a load of tomatoes, going to 4 stops in Oklahoma City, Nashville, Atlanta and South Carolina. So it pays really good, so that's great. I was saying something there before I went off about this virus thing. You know, it is getting better all the time, and I hate to sound like a wimp, but just get stuck on and go on with it. The other issue was the trucks that have always maintained I like to have older vehicles that are, you know, trying to have some paid off to help pay for newer ones, and you don't have as much pressure with the bank chasing you for payments every month. If it goes quiet, you can never park up the ones with the finance on them. You know, they've got to run to pay for themselves. However, I did look at a couple of brand new Volvos before I came home, and in light of what I've spent in the yellow truck in the last 20 months, and then what I've spent on the blue one, the oil leaks, some of that I knew I was going into it, but it'll be a 5-figure repair to get the head gasket done, and then you're still running around with a truck that's 13 years old, 14 years old. So there's a great peace of mind to be had with these newer bits of equipment with the warranty on them. And I'm not saying that I'd like to have a fleet of brand new trucks, but I'd maybe like to add something that's a couple of them, you know, have some paid off, but not have everything be old and everything be needing repairs at the same time. So anyway, just different thoughts on it, you know. So I'm not quite sure way to go with anything like that, but I've probably forgot how to drive a truck now. This little cafe that my wife's setting up here, my friend Mark and I did a lot of the construction work on it, and I should film the new cooker, the new stove that we've got, because we ordered it over a week ago, then we got it, then we get the wrong jets because it's a propane one, and well, actually didn't get the wrong jets. I thought we had the wrong jets, and I misplaced them, and had to order some new ones. So we got those and it's ready to go. A guy came out yesterday to hook it up and it was the wrong hose, and so we had to order that, and then finally a week later the chef is in the kitchen cooking up some grub, getting his preparation cooking done, and because of the restrictions here for eating in and where you're allowed to eat and where you're not allowed to eat, we're not going to be able to have people come in and sit down, so nobody can. So the big craze at home in Scotland at the minute right now is, well, in this part of Scotland it varies by county to county, so we can do deliveries. Essential shops are allowed to be open, and I don't know, you know, if you're selling food you're allowed to be open, but there's a big department store here in town that sells food, but you can go in there and buy clothing and stuff. So if I had a clothing shop anywhere, I would be I'd be selling rolls and sausage and bacon so that I could sell my clothes. So don't know what the rules are, but we're allowed to. Your clothes would be stinking of bacon. There you go. But what we're going to be doing here is doing deliveries from tomorrow night. Got a good chef, got a couple of folk working in here. Libby's got to be taking care of the orders on the phone and all that stuff, and I get to be the delivery guy. My time spent as a Domino's pizza delivery guy when I was in my 20s got to come in handy. So try and get the food delivered nice and warm. So I've gone from hauling temperature controlled food in 500 horsepower trucks across America, from one side to the other, 80 mile an hour, thousands of miles, keep it at the right temperature, to drive in a Peugeot 206 delivering somebody's takeaway chicken satay, and you'll get a thing on the menu here if you want to get it. It's a plug called a Smokey and the Bandit burger. It's a 6-ounce steak burger with barbecued onions and smoky bacon on it and cheese and all that good stuff. So I'll be having the first one of them when it comes out the kitchen. So that's what I'll be doing for the next little while. You know, we'll get that other truck fixed and back up and running. Kick Paul back into the blue one because he liked it, and I'll claim the yellow one and go trucking again if I can remember how to shift gears. I drove that old yellow truck for so long, changing the gears, that they just kind of, the transmission was so worn that I found it quite, it was sloppy and a lot of slap about the stick and stuff. It was like stirring porridge or oatmeal, but I knew where they were, and so it's quite easy for me to drive it. But when other folk got into it, it wasn't so easy. So, but that's what's going on. Appreciate everybody with their kind words and well wishes on the last video I put up. Sorry I've not been doing it for as much, but about the extent of what I've been able to do is, you know, do some stuff and then get some dinner at home and then have a bath to make the old bones not so sore, and then it's bedtime. So I'm going to try and keep these videos coming and keep people up to date. I've got a bit of responsibility there that people have been kind enough to subscribe and watch channels, and so I should be responsible enough to put the videos out. So, but thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the freaking button, will you, and subscribe. It doesn't cost you any money. That would be great. Okay, it's good to be back here, to be honest with you, and get up the road with the wife and have a normal life for a little while, and just do a daytime bit of work and go up home and get some dinner together and watch a bit of telly, you know, go to bed, waking up and do it all over again. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you liked the video. If you haven't subscribed, please do that. See ya.